This is going to be the first of a series of a lot of different videos, quick little videos I do on triads. This one's going to be the first one, and there's not going to be a lot of talking. It's just going to be a lot of you playing along with me. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is in this video, before I have a lot of cool stuff coming up, but this one I feel like I need to do this one. Most people already know these triads, but I feel like I need to do these just because if you don't, the more advanced lessons are going to be confusing. So I'm going to make a playlist on YouTube with all these different triad lessons. And this one will be the first one, at least for the major triads on strings 1, 2, and 3. All right, so let's get into it. We're starting here. We're going to do G major. We're going to do 3 different triads. This first one here is going to be a first inversion triad, and a first inversion triad has the 3rd in the bottom. So with G, we have G, B, D. That's the root 3rd, 5th. And since this one is first inversion, we're going to start here, and we're going to play this 3rd string, 4th fret. And then we're going to go the 3rd fret on the first 2 strings, which is a B, D, G, or 3, 5, 1. All right, so that's the first triad. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this triad here, and we're going to play it around the circle of fifths. I don't know if it'll focus on this or not. Maybe if I put it up here by my face. So this chart will be available to you. I'll either have it in my YouTube membership. You can join that and get all the charts for any of these lessons, or you can get it over on my website, Guitarmy. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to play this triad going around the circle of fifths. I feel like this is something that most people don't do, and this is where I think they have trouble seeing the triads, is because they can't think of any of the 12 triads quickly. So to do this, we're going to go up in terms of fifths. We're going to start with a G, then we're going to go to a D. And how I'm able to find these so quickly is you need to know where the root is. The root is going to be on the first string. So for every note that comes up or chord that comes up, you need to think of where is that note? Where's B? B's right here. So then I play my triad right here. All right, so we're going to go around the circle of fifths starting at G. All right, so we have G. Then we're going up to D. Then we're going to go up a fifth to A. Then E. Then to B, then to F sharp, then C sharp, then G sharp or A flat, then E flat, B flat, then F, and then up to C. All right, so that is me going, me and you, we're going to go around the circle of fifths. That way, we have this, doesn't matter, like if it's a 1, 4, 5 chord progression, we can go, which is be G, C, D. We know where those are real quickly because we know where G is, a C, and D. So it allows us to. We can quickly play that triad and utilize that, at least for major chords, anywhere on the neck. All right, the next triad we're going to take a look at is a second inversion triad, and it's right here. Feels like a D chord. We just slide it up. The root of this triad is on the 2nd string. It's a second inversion triad because it has the 5th in the bottom. It goes 5, 1, 3, or D, G, B. All right. Just think of it, I like to think of it as like, it's basically like a little D chord, and then the trick is just knowing your notes on your 2nd string. Like where's F at? F's right here, so I can play an F major chord, B, C, D. As long as you know the notes on your 2nd string, you can find this triad real quickly. All right, now let's go ahead and let's go around the circle of fifths practicing this triad. So we're going to start on G right here, then D, then A, then E, then B, F sharp, C sharp, A flat. I could say G sharp, but I'm using flats here on my chart. A flat, E flat, B flat, then F, and then C. I could play down here, but I'm going to play it up here, and then back to G. What that does is that allows us to quickly find those triads, any major triad on the neck. So if I wanted to play G, C, D, or 1, 4, 5 in the key of G, I could go. one to go up a little higher. All right, so that's the second triad you need to learn. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the third triad. The third triad is going to be a root position G major triad, and we're going to start here on the 3rd string, 12th fret. That's where G is, and we're going to go root, 3rd, 5th. Fret-wise, it's 12, 12, 10. Alrighty, and so that goes G, B, D, or 1, 3, 5, like I said. And so how I'm able to find these quickly is I know the notes, and you probably do as well. I know the notes really well on my 5th string, which is my A string. So when I'm thinking about where's a D at in a root position, I think of where this D is, then I go up an octave. I go up 2 frets and over 2 strings. So this is a D, up 2 and over 2, or down 2. That's a D as well. I'm gonna have to check my tuning. I will be right back. All right, now that I'm back from this quick tuning, let's recap here. We are playing these root position triads on strings 1, 2, and 3. And to do that, you really need to know the notes on your G string really well, or your A string. If you know your notes on your G string, you know that's a C. But if you know the notes on your 5th string, your A string really well, think of this C, go up 2 and over 2. And that's where you can find where you're starting your triad there. All right, so, and the G happens to be up here where G is. All right, so now let's go around the circle of fifths and practice these root position triads. So we're going to go G, then D, then A I can do down here using the open E or up here, then E, then B, F sharp, C sharp or D flat. What's the next one? A flat. I can go up here. I had to think for a second where A flat was, so I thought of this A flat and then went up an octave. And that helped me find it real quick. So here's A flat. Then E flat. B flat. F. Then C. And then come full circle back to G. So these are your 3 basic major triads on strings 1, 2, and 3 that you need to know really well. And if you want to watch my next videos coming up about triads, you're really going to need to know these well so that you can apply a bunch of different techniques that I'm going to show you. Like I said, and if you want to see those videos coming up, make sure you subscribe to the channel and feel free to leave any comments down below of any questions you have or any thoughts or ideas of things you'd like to see me do with these triads. All right. Thanks for watching, and make sure you check out the next triad lesson.